Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Furi walkthrough on Furi Difficulty. This is the 5th creature, boss, enemy, guardian, jailer, whatever you want to call them, and he's called the Hand. So, this is actually a very simple boss, this one, up until the final phase. The final phase has one of the biggest difficulty jumps in the game, because this guy is going to attack us repeatedly with off-timed attacks that go on forever, and if you start missing them, they do big damage. And because it's a final attack, if you die, and you die 3 times, you have to do all the easy ones again to get back to it. This was probably the first fight where I got a little bit frustrated with having to replay a large part of the battle to get back to where I was. But the good news is, it taught me a lot of the holes in this creature's game. I say creature like it's some kind of crazy beast. It's actually a dude in armour, and it's quite interesting when you put it in context once you learn more about the story and everything. But the strategy here is very simple. We're going to be using the block into ultimate technique, and then we're going to be doing the dash to get past those telegraphed attacks to put him down with another charged attack. Here comes a shockwave. Oh, and another thing worth noting too, guys, if you're noticing some screen tearing on this game, the PS4 version suffers from a lot of screen tearing. I don't know why. I'm not too sure what it is that causes it, or why the VSync is not doing whatever it's meant to do, but if I were to critique this game on any kind of performance issues, for the most I've had only a couple of instances of slowdown. They are incredibly rare, but it does happen every so often, but for the most it's not an issue. But the screen tearing, you might not notice it because it's quite subtle, but if you know what to look for, screen tearing is hard not to see. And in the heat of battle, it's easier to spot it, to miss it, sorry. On the cutscenes, it's there for everybody to see, and I'm not too sure why this is or if it'll be addressed in the future, but it's an issue. And I am by no means a graphics snob. I think the aesthetic of this game is wonderful. I love that the frame rate is high. I love that the game is really responsive. And if the price of that is some screen tearing, I pay it gladly. But there will be some people that will be put off by this because they're very particular on what they like. Watch this. This is fast, this move too. It does not turn in a preset direction. It can go left and right. So this is one of the cheapest moves in the game, because there doesn't seem to be a way of telling which way it's going to go before it hits you, which I think is a little dishonest, but it's one of the only attacks in the game that's like that. So, did you notice previously, I would dash past this, and I would use a charge attack on him, but I didn't do it then? In this later phase of the fight, he can mix up which one he does. He can do a horizontal one, and he can do a long vertical one. If he does the long vertical one, I will be punished if I do my previous punish from those other phases. So instead, I wait to look at it, I confirm what it is, and then I punish it accordingly, as you just saw. Be careful of that too. If he blocks a charge attack, he'll push you back and it does damage. Here he goes again. Which one is it? This is the long one. Dodge the long one at the side, and then on the final one, dash in and do your technique. Do your charge attack. Put him down. One more and we've done this phase. So he's going to do it again. This one is the long one, so this one is the easier one to punish, but I'm still playing it safe because I don't want to make any unnecessary mistakes. So up close time. What does he do? There's a perfect parry that goes immediately into the critical move. Charge that technique, dodge the telegraph, punish the slow swing, put him on his back again. You don't have to do this, guys, if you don't want to. You can charge your move and do standard combos. I just really like chaining these techniques. It's effective and it's fun. But this is it, guys. This is when this fight gets interesting as far as challenge, because he starts doing a lot more interesting things here. Not so much this part, because once again, if he starts doing those combos and you have a full charge, block the first one, hit the end one with your technique. That move just then, dodge the laser, hit him with the technique. Charge that weapon, block, instantly puts him down. Nothing the guy could do. He's DSP, poor guy. When he does this, wait for it. You'll notice I push forward because I'm trying to beat him if he does the charge move, but he pushes forward again, and I catch him anyway. So, once again, this poor boss doesn't stand a chance. I'm really interested to see what Hard does. Oh, wow! You see that? That was me twiddling the analog so fervently I paused the game. Not a fan of the PS4 controller at all. Dodge the telegraph, and punish the boss. I should be charging up my weapon here, but for some reason I'm in a parry mood, it seems. And it's working, don't get me wrong, it's just every so often it's better to do the other one. But this is it, folks, final attack. So, whenever he changes from being gold, you can hit him with a charge attack. So I should have been charging them, but I forgot. So there is the first hit. And now he's going to run into the energy, and he's going to fire energy at us. The problem here is it's really difficult to see his animation because of the glowing floor. Kind of wish this was a little bit designed differently, just because the colours. When you can't see an animation, makes it hard to dodge. And when that animation doesn't have the most signifying sound, makes it hard to dodge. Oh, this is poor too. When you come out of that technique, you can be stood in that energy, and it will damage you just because the animation left you there, which, you know, it'd be nice to not have that, but if you want to avoid it, don't do that animation when you're that close, do something else. But it's going to do it to me again. It's going to put me into the bad floor, and I'm going to take damage because of poor positioning, unfortunately. A little cheesy, but for the most, it's not so bad. Like, look, you see what I mean? It's hard to tell, because you can't see. And I hate being the guy that's like, oh, I can't see, because, you know, our great friend Mr. Darksidefield does that. But this is it, guys. He's going to attack you, so listen. Just listen for the noise. I pressed the wrong button there, and parry them. Or don't parry them. There you go. So all I'm doing here is I'm waiting for the noise and I'm pressing circle. This is a shockwave, so get away from it. And I had one hit left. If he'd have hit me one more time, I was dead. That is about as close as it gets. Very, very tricky final phase for that. And if you die, all of that again. But there goes that dude. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, you take care now.